Thank you for joining us today at Khaleej Times.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So Callum, you were last here in January 2021, and your gig at Dubai Opera was a huge hit with local fans. How does it feel to be back?
It feels incredible to be back, especially with the kind of travel restrictions that we've been all under and the pandemic situation. It just feels so incredible to be able to travel, to be able to come back, and especially to Dubai, where I've just fallen in love with, I was over here in 2018 or maybe 17. I came to play Red Festival.
Yeah.
And I've just loved coming back every time. But it was very special last time to have my own show here. And it was a sold out show, and it was during what was a really rough time in the pandemic. So yeah, I've fallen in love with Dubai. It's easy to say that.
And what's the vibe you get from the audience here every time you play?
Just a really respectful crowd that are from all over the world, as far as I could see. When I played in Dubai last time, I managed to meet a couple of the people that were in the audience, and they were from all different corners of the world. I think Dubai is kind of a hub for the rest of the world. But the people here in Dubai, everybody I meet and talk to is so lovely, so welcoming, and friendly and warm. I mean, I must admit, walking around here in the hotel, all the staff, it's as if I've known them all my life. So yeah, I get such a warm, friendly welcome from Dubai, and everybody loves their music here. So it's always a pleasure to sing live.
And do you plan on staying long this time? What are some of your favorite things to do here?
So I brought my mum to Dubai when I played Red Festival, which was really amazing for her to see Dubai and for her to enjoy some of the sights and some of the food. This time we are leaving on Sunday, so we don't have a long time this time. But the last time I was here, I went to the Burj Khalifa. I've gone to Dubai Mall. So I'd got to do some really exciting things. And I think it was during, there was a drone show that was happening and all these kind of amazing things. So there's so much more to Dubai to do that I still need to maybe spend a week or two here just to enjoy it. But when I'm here, I try and do as much as I possibly can. So sounds like I need a tourist guide.
So can we expect you back in the near future?
Of course. I'm hoping in the next couple of months to be able to announce my own show here in Dubai again. But I think we've just got to wait for the details. But that excites me a lot to know that I'd be coming back, another one of my own shows, hopefully in much better circumstances. So yeah, very, very excited about that. So keep your eyes peeled.
And coming to your new music, Calum, if you ever change your mind, it's such a great track. And, I was reading the comments on YouTube from your fans as well. What inspired this song, and how do you feel about, this continuing love from your fans?
I mean, the love for my fans is everything. I would almost argue that is what I define as my success, is having that relationship with my fans where, they will write comments in the YouTube box saying, how these songs have changed their lives, or they've really needed to hear that song today, whatever it is. So I think that for me is the most precious thing I have in this business. I think in terms of the song, it was inspired by heartbreak, like most of my songs are. But it's that kind of love that when you love somebody so deeply, they leave a mark on you, and it's hard to take that off. I call it the tether between people. And I tried to recreate that in the music video with these incredible dancers that sort of brought to life this almost like a cable that was attached to their hearts, and that they couldn't get away, and they were trying to. And I think that's something that a lot of us experience. Is loving somebody so deeply that you feel that they're still attached. So yeah, I mean, I always write from that place of that really honest, heart on my sleeve kind of place, and reading the YouTube comments, like you say, it shows you that this isn't just my story. The things that I write about aren't just my own experience. Like, we've all gone through these things, and that kind of is what makes that relationship with my fans so incredibly special.
And another recent great track of yours is Where Are You Now with Lost Frequencies, which is like over 46 million views on YouTube. But did you predict it would turn out to be such a big hit? And how did that collaboration come about?
I had no idea that was going to happen. Me and Felix actually have a lot of history. So Felix from Lost Frequencies had asked, we tried to get him involved in the Dance on My Own remix.
Okay.
And he said that his words were he didn't want to go near it. It was too big. And the song was taken off everywhere. And I think it was maybe a little bit intimidating for him. So he politely declined on that occasion, but he said, I'd love to get together in the future. So obviously Tiesto had remixed Dancing on My Own for me.
Yeah.
But then, what is it now, 6-7 years later, I got a message from Felix saying, I have this song, it's called Where Are You Now? I'd love you to be on it. I've not asked anybody else. I don't want anybody else to sing it. So I put the vocal down on the track and he loved it. We couldn't unfortunately get together until we performed the song in Romania, which was the very first time I'd met him, and that was about 4 months after the release. So it was a shame that we couldn't be in person to do it. But much like everybody, we had to adapt and do it online and Zoom and stuff. But yeah, it was a passion project. It was something that me and Felix really wanted to do, and yet it's just gone on to have the most amazing journey. And what blows my mind is that we released this song in July 2021, and it's like starting to have all these amazing peaks in the world right now. It's crazy. But I think that's kind of it's probably quite in line with the music that I make, as in it's around for a long time. Yeah. You know, it's the same with You Are the Reason. It was a song that I put out in 2018, and that took almost a year for it to reach people around the world. So I think I'm quite happy with the slow burner, and it means that I can just keep coming around the world, traveling to all these incredible places and performing it live tonight with him on the beach. So yeah, I'm very glad that we put the song out. Let's put it that way.
Awesome. And what is your favorite song to perform on stage?
My favorite song to perform on stage, I mean, I think You Are the Reason is a big one, just because so many people know that song, and it's just a true straight up love song, like a love ballad.
It is beautiful.
You know, and thank you very much. When I was little, I used to listen to my mum's taste of music, so I was listening to a lot of Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Tina Turner, Elton John, George Michael, all these really big voices that sang with this kind of honesty and had these huge ballad moments. And so that's kind of where You Are the Reason came around, is from that style. Even it's funny, even just the other day, I had covered Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive for International Women's Day. And Gloria had sent me a DM on Instagram saying, really great job, all the best. And I was like really like fangirling. I was like, Gloria Gaynor just messaged me on Instagram.
That's amazing.
It's really cool. And it's like, I'm so happy that I'm still so like gooey-eyed about the industry and still really much love it, even though I've been in it for 5-6 years now. I still love the industry. I still love my fans, still love talking to people like yourself and just spreading the word of Calum Scott. So long may it continue.
And Calum, the pandemic hit the entertainment industry pretty hard, and many artists had to kind of abandon their tours or reschedule them. But now that we're in kind of a better place, what are your hopes for this year?
So my hopes for this year is have an album coming, and the album is going to be announced very, very soon. A whole host of new music, which I'm so excited to share with people. I feel like this is probably the best work I've done yet. So I'm really, really excited about that. And then, fingers crossed, we'll be able to announce a world tour, probably towards the back end of the year. But like you said, the pandemic hit everybody so hard, and people lost livelihoods and lives, unfortunately. So I'm just excited to come back with new music and to have an audience that has been there from day one for me, and just perform these songs to them, just standing on the stage, and singing the songs. I must admit, Where Are You Now is a song that I can jump up around to and dance around like a teenager again. But my stuff has always been standing on stage with a microphone and just delivering the song. And my idol, Adele, she barely moves, but it's not about that. It's about the songs, and it's about the voice, and it's about the journey she takes you on. And they're big footprints to walk in, but I'd like to think that that's the kind of show I'd like to put on for my fans. So fingers crossed, there'll be a lot more Calum Scott shows this year.
And lastly, Calum, what's your message for fans here in the UAE?
My message for fans in the UAE is shukran many, many times. I'm just so grateful for everybody who supported me. I'm a long way from home, and yet to have fans here is an honour and a privilege. And I can't wait to bring a live show here with my band and bring family out here to really experience what the UAE has to offer. And I hope there's going to be a much stronger and a much longer relationship that I can have with you guys in the UAE, because I have fallen in love with it.
Thank you so much, Calum, for joining us today, and I wish you the best.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you ever so much for your time. Thank you for the opportunity.